Here's where we begin.
Is that really real?
It is. That's the marker. This is like we're getting very professional now.
Oh, good.
Like, that's not
It's about time.
What's up, fancy hairdressers? Welcome to another episode of This Is a Bad Idea podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Kahn. With me, as most of the time, is...
It's Ben. Hello.
It's Ben. Hello. I feel like I haven't seen you in a year. You went since last year.
You haven't seen me in. You haven't seen me in 2022.
Yeah, I love that joke. Such a good one. I'm the only one who's ever made it. But it's because you went to two different places. We said on the last episode that you were on that you have to have some fun adventures that you can share with us about your New Year's and Christmas adventures that you had in Asheville and then in what? Pennsylvania?
Philadelphia, yeah.
Philadelphia. In Philadelphia. So, Ben, did you have any good adventures that you can share with us from those locations?
I don't know.
Nope.
Not really. I mean, yeah, we did go to
What
those
did you do?
places. Well, our first plans were a little bit foiled, actually, because we were supposed to go to...
Is that a hair pun? They were foiled? They were
Yeah.
partially foiled or fully foiled?
It was a partial foiling, I guess.
It was a partial foiling?
Yeah, I guess that's an accurate way to describe it because we were able to still go, but we had gone down to dinner with my sister and my mom and my sister's husband and my mom and my wife.
So this is starting in Georgia. You have a whole trail, Oregon Trail that you followed from here to Asheville to Pennsylvania. So
we were gonna go up there to Asheville the next day, and then my sister, of course, said, "Oh, I have been afflicted
she had the vid?
with the coronavirus."
Oh no! How is she doing?
She's fine. And then
She has no symptoms, but she has
she's
COVID.
fine,
Like the
whatever.
rest of everybody who has COVID.
And then so she was like, I got tests because they were gonna go down to her in-laws, and they're like kind of old and whatever. So she wanted to make sure that she had a negative test, and then she ended up positive.
So that's the first partial foiling of this adventure.
Well, yeah, because we were gonna go to Asheville the next day.
With them?
No, just by ourselves, but to visit my in-laws.
Okay.
And then
So no, you didn't hang out with your family in Georgia, or you did, just
We
minus
did.
your sister.
no, she was there during the time when we were hanging out.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, I've just revealed that. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and then so she called, she messaged us the next day when we were about to leave and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm positive now, so you guys probably are too," or whatever,
You're all done.
So then we decided not to go up there.
Mm-hmm.
And we took a test because we had some, and it was negative. And then
So you're good.
And then we end up deciding on Christmas Day we should just drive up there and stand in the yard and give them our presents and whatever, and then we drive home, and that's what we end up doing.
Because Lauren's parents are older too, huh? So you guys are just
Well,
worried about them?
Well, no, I mean they're older than us, but
I would think so.
it's not like whatever that we're just trying to be responsible or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And so then we stood outside, and it was fun. And then we came home. We drove up there and back on the same day. 3.5
Presents
hours.
in the yard.
Yeah. Great. We delivered some great presents. We got some great ones. Then we came back because we were supposed to be up there for like several days,
What's your favorite present that you received?
Oh boy. At that time or just overall?
In general, over this particular Christmas, not over your entire lifetime. You have to be like, oh, the train set I got when I was 6. I still really enjoyed looking at that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got any train sets.
That's like a make-believe gift that was given out to everyone. Like everyone had a train set, but no one did.
Yeah, I don't think I ever did. Did you ever have one?
Nope. I had some Hot Wheels sets. I think maybe that's about as close as it gets. But
Definitely did get a sweet Hot Wheels thing, occasionally.
Matt and Monica got me a remote control car this Christmas
Oh yeah.
that I'm going to drive around the yard and chase the dogs with.
Oh,
Try to
yeah,
get
for
them
outside?
Yeah, get them excited, get them running around chasing the dog.
Do they chase it or are they scared?
Oh, a few of them will chase it, and then like Eugene is just petrified of,
Oh, that's
because
funny.
he's been afraid of random, like he'll be afraid of something that's been in the house for a year.
Yeah.
Just like he'll walk up on a chair and be like, "Whoa, what the hell is this?" I'm like, "Dude, this is a chair that you've slept in like many
Today.
times. Like, you sleep in it all the time." He's like, "I don't trust this fucking chair today."
That's pretty
He's a
funny.
spaz, but
He is a wild animal.
no, nothing stands out from this year.
Oh yeah, everything I loved equally.
Okay, great. He's like, people listen to this. I don't want to downplay anyone else's gift. Well, you haven't received the gift from me yet, which I suppose that you'll get tomorrow
Oh boy.
or next day. Whenever we're back in the salon taking clients, we'll give it to you then.
Yeah, I guess Wednesday.
Yeah, but I could have brought it now. I should have brought it to this, but it would have been a nice thing to get to reveal it to you on the podcast.
Oh
but I
wow!
didn't think about it.
Luckily today we're being recorded on video. it
Oh
seems
yes, we could mention that this is our first video podcast experience, really, here at Cogito Creative in Atlanta. If you guys are listening and you're looking for any people to do video for events, for projects, for anything you've got, you need to look them up. That's Cogito in Atlanta.
like. Or if you're going to shoot any step-by-step videos of you cutting hair or whatever.
Don't, because I would prefer less competition.
Oh
If you're gonna do it, don't. Know that yours won't work.
yeah, yeah.
It won't go well, and ours will just crush.
Yeah.
No matter what. But then you went up to Pennsylvania. Did you?
Yes, that is correct.
How'd that
we
go?
we continued to just hang around the house because we were just trying to make sure that we didn't get sick or whatever,
Uh-huh.
And then
You did not, so.
Yeah, and then we ended up going, and it was fine. And we it was nice. We went over to our friend's house that we were going to, and we ended up going out a teeny bit in Philadelphia, and we did find a crazy karaoke thing.
Did you?
Actually.
Yes, love it.
Yeah.
What songs did you do this time?
Oh, I did The Warrior by Scandal.
Yeah. That is a
It's
great one.
New favorite of mine.
Oh, man.
What else? Marshall did Rock You Like a Hurricane, of course, his like go-to.
And we played him a clip of him doing that while y'all were in Canada.
Yeah,
so if you can
we're
remember.
on a roll, man. We did it two trips in a row with them, and it killed. This place was so weird that we went to. I mean, it
what was
was
weird
like
about it?
upstairs, just a small little place. There really wasn't a place to be. There's like a small little L-shaped bar, and then
There's nowhere to sit. They're
yeah,
just like, you just
there's-
get in here
yeah.
and you sing your ass
Pretty
off.
much standing room. There's like one little couch in this other little kind of loft sort of
Were
area.
there a lot of people? There's people in there?
There was 15 or something maybe. There
Which
was
for a space
few.
like that feels like a lot.
There was a few. There were 4 seats for us at the bar. Luckily, right when we walked in, and we took them, and then there were no other seats in there after that. And then there was like people coming up and down from the street, and then there was like a big window that overlooked the street. And so when I was doing my songs, I
You're
would
up on the window?
try to go up on the window and try to get people.
Try to serenade the street.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was pretty fun.
It's funny that we do karaoke all over the country, and we
do.
barely ever do it here. But, I think I found a solution for that.
Yeah, I don't think that I have ever done it here.
You've never done karaoke in Georgia.
I have done it in Savannah, but I don't know if I've
You
done
never
it in
went
Atlanta
to
before.
the local on a Monday night?
Oh,
Which is
I've been to it a lot, but I have never sang at it.
Oh,
I do not think.
So you went and didn't? I can't believe. I'm surprised that you didn't put in a song. You were at the local karaoke.
Yeah, we were just there like 3 weeks ago. Well,
You had mentioned
we
that it
talked
was
about that.
closed.
Yeah, we had gone the previous week also, and it was open and happening, and we just watched. It's a pretty fun one to just go and watch actually, because people are very.
You got a
into it.
lot of like incredible R&B and stuff like that
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
there, where it's almost like you feel like, okay, this is a thing. Maybe they don't want you to go up and do Foreigner or something. It's a very particular like vibe going on, and they'll hit you with the mist.
Yeah, they
The
have
fog.
a smoke,
If you're doing
they have a
well,
smoke
they're
machine.
like let you know like you're doing well. Here's the fog, and then if you go up and you don't do well, there's no fog, and you leave, and you feel kind of disappointed.
Yeah, and if you do good, then they will be like, you get a shot or a picture or whatever,
Oh,
and you can
wow.
just go over to the bar and claim your winnings.
I've only done it one time there, and I got the fog actually doing Cold as Ice
Oh
by
yeah,
Foreigner, but I
That's
didn't
good.
get a free shot. But that would have been
Yeah.
nice, though. But I think I found a solution for us because,
Okay.
doing Mondays, in the city. It's always hard. I guess you live in the city, but to get down to the city, get people to commit to a Monday when they normally have to take clients Tuesday morning, it's hard to get people to commit to karaoke that way.
Yeah.
But
it starts at like 9:30.
Yeah, like starts late. You get stabbed in the parking lot. All sorts of reasons that you don't want to go. But then we have a new place that has opened up right down the street from the salon that's called the Gas Lamp. Now, this is literally half mile from the salon. Mm-hmm. It was like a hookah place before that has closed down. It's now trying to be some sort of restaurant that has live music.
Okay.
But Wednesday nights, they have karaoke there. And I know that is also, a school night or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think we could go there and do some karaoke after work one day. It would be pretty cool.
Have you ever been into it before?
I've gone in. I had a meal there one time.
What
I
does
ate there.
it look like?
At the time, it was Christmas, and it was like it's one of these places that really alters their decorations for the holidays, I think, because they went all out for Christmas. They had lights everywhere. They had a Christmas tree upside down, like nailed to the ceiling that was like upside down. So they're trying to be a little different, but they do have a stage because they have live music there some days. So I think it would be good. And they have a big projector behind the stage. So it's like I'm assuming your lyrics or whatever are projected behind you, and there's a screen in front of you.
So you need to face away from the crowd.
You face away from the crowd. You face the wall.
I do like that. That's one of my moves.
Yeah, it's perfect. They have it set up for you perfectly. Yeah, maybe we've mentioned it before, but every time we do karaoke, Ben does his song with some sort of random, like, strange addition. Like one time there was books behind you, so the entire time you read a book. Like while you were doing it, like, you just like anytime there wasn't something for you to sing, you would just lean up and just be reading some encyclopedia or whatever. Do you remember what it was that you grabbed?
No, I wasn't actually reading it.
It was just like Tom Sawyer, some old bound book.
Yeah. They definitely looked like an Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah, it's like someone had the whole set
or something.
Another time we were doing a duet, and you had a wireless mic, so you did your bit from the bathroom. That was a good one. You just like walk off. They're like, I wonder if he's going to do it. But then you hear your voice.
Was that when we were...
That was in New York.
In New York, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest place because that bar was like so skinny. It was very long and very skinny.
I'm imagining the place that you did in Pennsylvania in a similar way. Is it similar to that or no?
I guess kind of. Not in the shape exactly, but in the cramped feeling of it. Yeah.
So this one in New York, you're right. It was just like the most narrow, and it was like an acute triangle. Like that's what the place was. It was a little wider at one end and just tapered. But there were so many people.
And the bar was at the way back at the wider end of the triangle. Yeah, and then the bathroom was at the tip of the triangle, which was directly behind the stage.
So anyone that has to go to the bathroom literally has to like walk on the stage to go to the bathroom. So you're doing karaoke and you're like, oh, this guy's about to take a dump.
Yeah.
He's got to go over the stage and get back there.
And you could only fit 2 people on this stage.
If you're lucky, yeah.
So you had to move it when someone came to the bathroom. You just need to move out of the way.
Like, all right, you go ahead. We know what's happening in there.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
But we'll have to give Wednesday night a try.
Okay.
At the Gas Lamp. I keep on picking up this. I have a coffee with me that I keep picking up that I've been reluctant to drink. And a gift that I gave myself over Christmas is I've decided. Maybe it's a gift. Maybe it's a punishment. I don't know. But I've decided to try a keto diet for a little while. Mm-hmm. That I've been trying to encourage you to do as well by sending you before and afters.
I'm not doing that.
You're not going to do it?
No.
Well, I guess because of beer. Is that why?
Because I would never subscribe to any type of
particular diet
restrictions.
But you have your own personal eating restrictions. But that's
I have preference. Enough already. I can't add anymore.
You're like, I won't be able to eat anything. So I guess keto is like you're supposed to eat like almost no carbs, no sugar, and like have more fat. So something that they tell you to do.
I mean, that does sound okay, but...
It is the easiest one I've ever done. You know that I've done a bunch of things. I've done dairy-free. I was vegetarian for 13 years. I have done gluten-free for like extended periods of time. Really just trying to find what works best for me. And now I'm trying this keto thing, specifically because I've been like at the gym for the last year, and I'm trying to like shred out. I want to have abs by the time we have to go to some pool party at a hair show. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Those are my goals. Because I'm sure we're going to be at one of these things over the summer, or we have 2 shows in Canada. They're not getting canceled in the spring. I don't know. Maybe it'll be warm enough there. I doubt it.
No.
Oh man.
Are you sure those are not getting canceled already? By the way,
as of right now, they are not canceled.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, great. I reached out and found out like are they canceled or not, because I wanted us to be able to replace them. And so far, if you're listening in Canada, which I know we do have some listeners up there, we will be in...
How's it going, Nate?
It's Toronto and somewhere
Vancouver.
else. Toronto and...
Vancouver.
Vancouver, eh?
Yeah.
Sure. So we'll be at both of those.
East Coast, West Coast.
So I'm reluctant to drink this coffee because there's a thing called bulletproof coffee that you're supposed to drink when you're on keto, because you can't put any sugar in your coffee. You've taken all the joy and happiness out of your life, and you're trying to add one little thing in that might be good. So what they do is they tell you to add butter, like melted butter, to your coffee. So I did that this morning. I melted butter, poured it in the coffee, put the cap on, went to drink it, and was like, oh my God, this coffee is chunky. This whole solidified chunks of butter, because I'm an idiot, is really what it is. And it's that I put the melted butter in my iced coffee. And it cooled down immediately. It cooled down right away. And I went to, and now you know what I'm doing? I'm just gritting through it. I'm like, well, the whole point is Monica does keto sometimes, she says. She'll be eating a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, being like, I do keto, and just eating a chicken sandwich. But I'm like, sure you do.
You do it part way,
Yeah, like she does it off and on, she says. So she gave me the advice of doing this in the morning, because then it tricks your body into using fat as fuel for the rest of the day. So it's like burning your fat. So I'm just like, forget it. The fat's in there. We're just going to I'm taking it like aspirin at this point. It's like there's a bunch of little just solid chunks in here, and I'm just swallowing it down, gritting my teeth. We're going for it.
Well, let's have you do a little drink right now.
You can listen to me chew my coffee on it.
ASMR.
Right. Here we go. Oh, God, it is gag-worthy. I mean, it is like literally, you're like... Because imagine if you're drinking coffee... It reminds me of something else we've talked about on the podcast before, when you pick up a random beer at a party and you go to swig and you're like, oh, there's cigarettes in this. Someone's been ashing cigarettes in this for the last day. That's what it reminds me of, because it's like, I sort of have forgotten. On the way here in the car, I would forget every time I would take a new sip and be like, oh, God, what is that? And then I would remember that there was solidified butter in this coffee. It's not adding to the taste at all either.
Yeah, that sounds awful, really. I don't know if is that helping?
I mean, I don't know. This is day one of trying that, but
can you show your abs real quick and we can make a judgment?
We couldn't possibly. I'd have to. The idea that I've had is to like shave abs into the hair that's on my stomach.
Yeah, I think that's another thing you're probably gonna have to consider, I guess.
It's taking it down a little bit.
You're gonna have to wax that thing.
It's like there's not enough wax in the country, Ben. This is like a fur coat underneath here. Oh my God, I can't even imagine waxing it. Like watching like 40-Year-Old Virgin or whatever, where he waxes. That's what it would be like for me.
Well, I think that would make some good video content.
All right.
Could put it on TikTok.
You know that I'll do anything for the gram.
Yeah.
So maybe that's true. If we do one day decide to go wax me up, like if I hit like a place where I'm comfortable being shirtless on social media, then that takes me back to our first episode. Actually, first episode of this podcast, we talked about how I get requests all the time, like messages from people to be shirtless, like to post shirtless or whatever. Specifically, like one like Nutjob, who's probably listening to this right now, that I never have even opened their message. But now I guess they know that I've seen it. So yeah, whenever I get to a point where I feel comfortable enough to do that, we could go wax me and video it for content on social media. I'm fine with that.
Okay, I think it's a date.
What more? What more is my life like? Why else am I here except to create viral content for this?
Yeah, I mean that sounds fun to me.
Oh, did you have any good? Last time you were on, we had beer from the place right next to the salon. We had a Japanese beer.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Did you have any new interesting Philadelphia beers when you were up there?
They do have. God, what is it called? They have a thing called a citywide.
What's
there? That's it's a beer and a shot.
Ooh, okay.
And it's like a thing that you get for $5.
It's like a high-low.
Yeah, but I think it was. I can't remember the name of the beer. Sorry, Philadelphia. God, it has a name, I can't remember.
It was a local Philadelphia beer.
Yeah, some local cheap thing.
It's funny how different places will have these very particular things that they do. Like when we were in Minneapolis, anytime that you order a Bloody Mary, they give you a beer with it.
Oh, yeah, the best.
Like a beer back. And then in Philadelphia, they're giving you a beer and a shot. We don't have something like that. Do we?
No, I don't think so. I mean, lots of bars will have a special or something like that, but we don't have
Not
like a universal
statewide
name.
or like a citywide thing that we do.
Citywide.
Are you looking up the beer that you
Yeah.
tried? This is the expert research we have on this.
Well, I think the beer that I had it with was a Yingling.
Oh, very exotic stuff.
Yeah, but that is from Pennsylvania.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, how did they get that name? Yingling.
I mean, I don't know.
He refuses to put. Ben will not make a statement because he does not want to put out misinformation about Yingling.
Yeah.
I would just assume and just say it very, absolute of why.
Well, I mean, I guess we could figure it out here.
If we want to, we could.
Well, do we? It's D.G. Yingling and Son, the oldest operating brewery in America, established
Wow.
in 1829.
Holy cow.
Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
So Pottsville, Pennsylvania, they didn't call it Pottsville, brewery. They called it Yingling. Why?
Because of course, Frank D. Yingling and David Yingling. Those are the key people, according to
it's a
Wikipedia.
last name, is it? Okay. Well, that's what's going on with us lately. Why don't we check out what's going on with hair in
The news.
Hair in the news, everybody.
Wow.
Slow, a little bit slow hair in the news, but we can see what a few of these articles are and see.
I feel like a lot of news reporters have been taking the time off right now.
Taking the time off or being forced to quarantine.
Oh,
Both.
maybe. Yeah.
All right,
Maybe
let's see.
they've taken the holidays off. They're going to come back in February. There won't be any news until then.
Yeah, there's no hair in the news until then. The only hair in the news, again, because I'm always having to research hair news articles for this particular part of the podcast, I see all of the articles that Glamour and Allure and everything keeps on putting out. And it's not news, but it's these little interest pieces about hair. And they're all so dumb. They're just coming up with their own names for things here we've got one that is the squid bob. So we've talked about the wolf cut. We've talked about liquid hair. We've talked about that before. And, last episode with Monica, we talked about hair plopping. Have you heard of this term?
No, I missed it.
You're a professional hairdresser, never heard of plopping?
No, I
haven't plopped?
I haven't. No.
Well, the hair plopping, I'll fill you in, is literally just, they said that if you have curly or wavy hair, you pile your hair, you plop all your hair up on top of your head, and then you wrap it in a towel and let it air dry. And they've given this a name. And what we've called that in the past is just, putting your hair in a towel out of the shower. That's what everyone does, But hair plopping, the internet, these articles are giving it everything names.
Yeah, I guess I've never tried that.
We've got another article here from Pop Sugar, which we've seen before. And this says, step aside, wolf cut. The octopus haircut is trending for 2022.
I thought it was a squid.
Oh, yeah. So this is the octopus, I guess.
It's different.
Yeah, this one's smarter,
Okay.
right? Less ink on this one and more intelligence.
Okay.
My octopus haircut teacher. No,
Can't wait.
So what do you think? You want to take a guess at what this is, the octopus haircut, before we get into it?
I mean, it sounds like something that you always describe doing when you're just out of hair school, leaving tails everywhere.
Exactly, right? We always make jokes about that when we would leave all sorts of disconnection and stuff hanging off of a haircut, we would call it the octopus haircut. But we would joke.
Yeah.
And we say it now, in class,
or jellyfish.
that it's jellyfish, because it's a bad thing. Where you shouldn't do it anymore. It was an attempt at being creative before I knew how to create anything, So now apparently Pop Sugar is saying the octopus haircut is going to trend for 2022. Let's see what we have to say about it. The octopus haircut is one of the hottest hairstyles for 2022. This haircut is a reinvention of the iconic short, mid-length, layered Rachel haircut of the 90s. While some hairstyles like curtain bangs and the shag have cemented themselves as two of the styles of the moment, there's a new albeit interestingly named haircut on the horizon. Meet the octopus haircut. It may not sound as alluring as the wolf cut. Oh, the wolf cut does sound very alluring.
Yeah.
It dominated TikTok, but what is the octopus haircut? Let's see. It says that the octopus haircut is a reinvention of the Rachel, and it's cut as less sea creature and more stylish shag. So it's just another layered haircut with bangs. You can see it right here. Maybe because we have a sweet video component, if you're watching it here, we can maybe throw this image up into the video. We'll see. But to me, it just looks like a regular old haircut with bangs. I mean, this is just getting it's just getting to be too much. Octopus haircut.
Why did they name it that?
I don't know. Maybe because it's like layered, so it's got straight across bangs, it looks like, almost, and then like sort of skinny layers, like the hair gets skinny. Here
have you seen many octopuses with straight across bangs?
No, I haven't really. But I think maybe the shape of an octopus, it has like a base. It's like round, and it has a base, and then the tentacles come off. They got a picture of Billie Eilish, when she went blonde, and she's got her bangs. They're also calling this the octopus haircut in Glamour.
Really?
And what else we got? Let's see. We got other people saying the octopus haircut. I just see bobs with bangs and layers. Bobs with bangs and layers. This one is from something called The Stylist, and it has no bangs on it. And they're saying this is very long. The octopus haircut.
Yeah, I wonder what are the things that tie those together.
Well, and it doesn't exactly say. It just says that it's a reinvention of the Rachel, characterized by having volume at the top and like a shaggy style everywhere else. So maybe it's just that the silhouette of the haircut, it looks like an octopus. If you were to remember, well, maybe you don't remember this, but on the show Pokemon.
No, I don't.
Whenever in between commercial breaks, they would say, "Who's that Pokemon?" And they would give you just a silhouette, a black silhouette of Pokemon. You had to guess at which one it was. Maybe it's a situation like that. Like if you were to look at the silhouette of his haircut, you would either say, "That is Jennifer Aniston," or "It's an octopus."
We should try that.
We should.
Here's a nice person on TikTok that has gotten it.
Let's give her a listen. Is she saying anything or just playing?
No, I don't ever play any videos.
So that is the look right there. What she has.
I suppose so.
She just looks like a regular old. These are just some. See, it's getting to be too
like
much.
Just any long hair looks like.
Yeah, you can just call anything an octopus haircut and say it's trending. Whatever.
Well,
can you plop your octopus?
Ooh.
I'm gonna plop this octopus, and then I'm gonna feed it to a wolf. That one looks good. I mean, it's pretty, but I wouldn't call it. Is that not the wolf cut there, or is that not a shag?
This is Japanese and octopus haircut.
The Japanese and octopus haircut.
That's what it says.
Oh my God! What's the source of that? Is that TikTok?
Yeah, that's where you have to go because these are the people who know what these things mean.
Yeah, we're leaving it up to 13 to 18-year-olds to come up with. Here we go. And she's got a bob now. That's the octopus haircut? Everything is like there's no definition for what it is. And this is, again, this reinstates the frustration that we talk about in class all the time about naming techniques, naming haircuts, that it only makes sense to do that if it helps you understand what the haircut is going to look like. And clearly octopus Bob is not helping us.
A little bit arbitrary, maybe.
Yeah, because all these things are just, they're all over the place. We've seen a bob, we've seen long hair, we've seen bangs, we've seen no bangs. Blah.
None of them looked reminiscent of an octopus to me.
I banish the octopus haircut. I banish you, octopus haircut.
So what if someone comes this week and says, "Hey, I want this new octopus haircut"?
I'm going to say, "Let's see a picture. Show me a picture." And then we'll do the haircut that's in the picture. And I'll also make fun of the fact that it's called the octopus haircut. I don't think that I will get that.
Well, this is what we should do. This will be our call to action for the week.
What is that?
Any of you people out there, if you get somebody asking you for the octopus this week, message us and let us know what they wanted. Send us a picture of what they got.
Yes, please do that. Has anyone asked for the octopus haircut? And if they did, what did they show you?
Yeah, send us a message on "This is a bad idea" podcast on Instagram.
Yeah, and that's TIABI podcast, like TIABI podcast on Instagram. Or you can send it directly to Ben or directly to me, whatever you want to do. But I think we'll wrap it up on the octopus haircut here, and we can move on to some other hair in the news, which I'm actually looking for one in particular that I wanted to do. That is another one of these articles. If I can find it here, maybe I am not able to find it. Maybe I didn't. What if I didn't save it the right way? Oh, boy. All right. Well, we've got a few other hair in the news that we can go over either way. Here's one from South Korea. Hair loss treatment for votes? South Korea's hairy debate. It says. And, of course, everyone who listens knows that we don't go into these articles, but we just see the word hair in the headline, and we're going into it now. Any guesses on what's going on in South Korea? Hair loss treatments for votes, South Korea's hairy debate.
Wow. I couldn't begin to guess.
I'm going to say that someone who is running for political office has said, if you vote for me, I will grow your hair back somehow.
Maybe they said, if you vote for me, I will grow my hair back.
Oh, okay. So we'll go. It's going one way or the other. Let's find out what we have here. This is from CNN.
Oh,
so it's definitely accurate and real.
A good local, reputable company.
Very reputable local news here.
Uh-huh.
South Korea's ruling party presidential candidate ignited a debate this week after he proposed allowing public health care insurance to cover hair loss treatments. Oh, okay. I don't see that.
I guess
that
we
seems
were off
fine
a
for
little bit.
me. I'm okay with that. Fanning both cheers from some voters and criticism over his populist agenda. Populist? Does that mean a lot of people? Most people in South Korea are losing their hair?
I'm sure there are some.
He's saying that almost 10 million people suffer from hair loss, but many of them order medicines from overseas and resort to prostate drugs. Prostate drugs? I don't know what that has to do with hair loss. Do you? As an alternative due to the high treatment costs. We might need to do a little side research on prostate drugs and hair loss.
Yeah, but you could say that about everything,
Yeah, as we learned before, you can use beer and black tea as a hair treatment that doesn't do anything at all. His proposal triggered an explosive response from some people with a 15-second video clip in which he did a spoof of a hair loss commercial saying that he's the best candidate for your hair, widely circulated around social media. What do you think of this? Do you think that people's hair loss treatment should be covered in their health insurance?
No.
No. Why? Why not?
Seems kind of cosmetic, doesn't it?
I agree. Seems a little cosmetic. And the other thing that I would say makes me say, we shouldn't cover it is because there is no help for it. There's no real cure for hair loss, I would say. So what are they going to give you?
What if you take prostate, though? Prostate medicine.
Maybe you could get around. You could say, I'm losing my hair, but you know what? I've also have an engorged prostate.
Yeah, but maybe it'll fix it. That's what the article said.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the article says, that some people are resorting to that. But that's not, what it's for, really. I don't think that they would give you, if nothing's wrong with your prostate, you think they would just give you that medicine to help with your hair?
If it helps.
If it helps, maybe it would. It's kind of like, they give you Chantix or whatever that is to quit smoking cigarettes. And originally, that is like some sort of antidepressant or something like that. And they just give you it to quit smoking cigarettes. Because as you quit, you're in a bad mood.
Get more depressed or something?
You're in a bad mood but they found out that people that are on that, whenever you smoke a cigarette, it makes you feel sick to your stomach.
Oh, boy.
So it's sort of a Clockwork Orange approach to, quitting smoking, that they just pry your eyes open and show you people being killed while you have cigarettes, and then every time you have one, you have a panic attack or whatever.
That's like when you look at cigarettes at the duty-free store in other countries.
Skull
and they got
crossbones, picture of a dead baby on it.
Yeah, they got dead, gross old brown lungs and stuff.
Yeah, it's so brutal. There's every other country, the cigarette warnings are so extreme. It's this will kill you. Here's a picture of a dead
today.
And people are I'll take a carton, please. No tax on these. You guys heard they're delicious. They're smooth. They make you feel real cool. I saw a camel doing one of these with a cool jacket. All right, what other hair? So we've come to our conclusion. This guy would not have Ben's vote if Ben was in South Korea voting.
Well,
because you're no way. You're not wasting my good tax money on hair loss treatments.
Would not vote about it, but...
You wouldn't vote either way. Ben's not voting either way. So it doesn't matter if he's here or somehow in another life he's in South Korea. He's not voting. So stop sending him registration letters and stuff. He's not going to do it. You ever have someone come to your door trying to get you to vote or anything? Knocking?
I don't know.
No? All right. Let's see. We've got one more here in the Ben's I refuse to even participate. We got one more here in the news here that I saw. And this is from News 18. .com. Not sure where that is from, but it says someone wore an iPod Shuffle as a hair clip, and millennials are mad about it. So I'm a millennial, and you are an elder millennial, are you not?
I don't know what the rules are anymore.
I think it was 84 is the cutoff. You're 83?
80 regular.
80 regular? Solid. All right, so then you're whatever is before that. So you can have a complete outside perspective on this of what you think of these millennials, and I can give an inside perspective as a millennial. So
Wow, okay.
I can already feel that I'm mad. No, I'm not. About the iPod Shuffle, was worn as a hair clip and earrings. This is like being circulated. It says, the iPod Shuffle used to be a luxury for college students and young generation back when it launched in 2005. It not only made life easy for people who tried to carry around a heavy, big Walkman. I mean, by the time the iPod Shuffle was out, there was also iPods.
Yeah.
So you probably wouldn't have had a Walkman.
Yeah, this is probably like the 10th generation of iPods by then.
You're like, I can just...
This is the thing that's really little.
It's
like
a little
that, right?
square. With it clips onto your shirt
Did you
or
ever
something
have
like
one?
that. No, I didn't.
I did not either.
I never even had an iPod, to be honest.
I went through several iPods.
You know, a lot of people, like, you know, Matt, he still has his old iPod with such a cool collection of music on there, you know, like stuff that... But I suppose now you can just find it all on Spotify or Apple Music. It's all there, too.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have it.
Unless it's like local little stuff that he had put on there, you know?
That's true. There is some stuff like that that's just like, it's not on the internet. But
Like you have to dig through your old CD book to find it.
Mm-hmm. It says it not only... Actually, I always try to find your old band Pacifico, like video or stuff online, and it's kind of hard to find. You have to provide me the links so that I can use it in videos and stuff.
Okay.
It's not only made life easy for people who are tired of carrying a heavy Walkman around, but it gave you the ability to download unlimited songs. I'm like, I don't think that's true either. I think it had 1 gig. If you couldn't, but you had to put like 12
you could
songs
download
on
like
there.
1,000 songs or something like that.
Although the iPod Shuffle was discontinued in 2017, it still remains a happy memory for a lot of millennials. Years later, the iPod Shuffle has made its comeback to TikTok, but not how you would expect it to return. Multiple videos of TikTok users wearing the iPod Shuffle as a hair clip and earrings have surfaced in the recent weeks. Some users used other retro gadgets and wired headphones as accessories. Videos involving the iPod Shuffle went viral, and apparently people are mad about it. It says the caption on the... Here's why people are mad.
Okay.
Because it's like a younger kid, right? It's like like some 13-year-old, and the caption reads, "Does anyone know what this is?" They don't even know what it is. They just like found it in like their parents' drawer maybe or something like that.
And they thought it was a hair clip.
Clipped it to their hairs. I don't even know what this is. It's just
Can we see it in action?
I don't think. Let's see. Do they have a picture of the iPod Shuffle being used as a clip? I don't see it.
I think that's a pretty funny idea.
Yeah, maybe you can find an example of it here for us. But yeah, it says, does anyone know what this is? The TikTok user named Celeste Tice. Celeste Tice, if you want to look her up and see it.
Are you going to give her some more publicity after she's gone viral?
She's already gone viral.
She's probably so famous and rich now.
She says, I found this old, I don't know, hair clip thing. Then she goes on to wear the iPod Shuffle in her hair. And it says apparently the video was just a prank. Okay.
There she blows.
It sort of looks, like it is meant to be that. It's working pretty well as a hair clip, I'd say there.
It does look like it's working.
In 2001, Steve Jobs announced the iPod to the world, and now that it's being reused as a hair clip, apparently some millennials are upset. I don't... Maybe it's the comment section that is just mad at her for not knowing what it is. But it seems like they are saying it was a prank.
It seems like it would be a heavy earring, really.
Oh, yeah. Oof. A little too much pinching going on there. It would hurt a little bit.
Yeah, but whatever. Use it as a hair clip if that's what you want to do, man.
How do you feel? You're not upset?
No. I'd like to see you use an original iPod as a hair clip.
Yes, to help you stretch your ears out.
Like this, kind of.
Yeah.
With the big circle on
one
the
of the
front.
big ones that's like, oh, this one has like so much memory, so it
Yeah.
has a lot of weight to it.
They have like 5 gigs, and you could put 1 million songs.
Oh my gosh.
That's such a hassle, man. Having an iPad was a hassle. Or an iPod, I mean.
Was a hassle?
Yeah, like it takes forever. You have to plug it into the computer and like drag over the music that you want on there.
Not as much of it as burning
sucks.
a CD. You had a lot of CDs
Yeah.
that you burned back in the day?
Yeah.
I was trying to burn some CDs, and I feel like half the time it wouldn't even work. They'd be all glitchy and terrible.
Yeah.
And when I first
The
heard...
scratch so easy too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like you're a kind of person that could still have a CD case, and all the CDs are perfect in there, and they're all still playable. Where mine, even when they were being used and important to me, they were all scratched and awful.
It's really not exactly the case because I do have my CD book still.
You do.
And it is stretched out, because I would just jam like 3 or 4 into each
into each
sleeve,
one? Like the one in the back is
all
good, the
scratched
rest are
up. Yeah,
the rest are not great.
They're a disaster. But I still have them, but you could go through there and probably find one that would play
still play?
perfectly all the way. A lot of them are pretty scratched up.
Well, we talked about this before, actually. But I was going to say, what's your oldest CD that you have right now? Like that you can think of? You're like, this one is a good one.
I don't know that. I mean, I could look through the book,
Yeah.
But I mean, things from 90s.
Do you have a way to
90s.
play? I don't even have a CD player. If I think about it. An Xbox I have doesn't have... You can't even put a disc in that anymore.
Yeah,
just have
I
to
have a
think
PlayStation.
about it, and the Xbox
I have a
plays-
PlayStation that has a...
So you
I have
could
a
use the
PlayStation 4.
PlayStation.
Yeah, it could play it on there.
Your car does not have a
But-
CD drive.
No, it doesn't.
Mine does not either.
But my PlayStation can play them, but it's very finicky when it comes to burn ones because I have tried to play some old burn
It's like,
stuff
this
on
is
there,
not-
and it will not read it.
No. It's
Yeah. I mean, we need to maybe go to like a thrift store and try to buy just like a regular old CD player.
Yeah, we were in what's it called? Some thrift store in like the Highlands yesterday, and it's just like one of these places where it's like an antique store almost, where you can get your own little booth and sell your stuff.
like a flea market.
A lot of people had a lot of great like old CDs, comics, and all this stuff. And I actually bought a thing called oh my god, it's called like the Happy Harry or something like that is what it's called, but it is a blow dryer from 1950 that I found there. And it's electric blow dryer, of course. You can plug it into the wall, and I'm wanting to test it out and plug it in to see if it works.
There's
but
no way it
I'm
works.
really afraid that it will kill me because the whole thing is made out of like
all metal.
Yeah. So the whole thing it seems like it would be very conductive. So if I plugged it in, and I've already, me, I've had bad experiences with electricity.
Yeah.
I've been shocked before. It's always related to hair somehow. But I'm gonna plug this thing in, and we're gonna see how it works. Might put some rubber gloves on or something.
We should
like that.
do it on on a video.
You know what else? We could do it on video. But you know what else they have at this thrift store? That almost every single one of these, like, antique booths that people are renting had?
I'm going to guess tape players.
No.
Because every band is putting out tapes right now.
Are they really? It's like a
Yeah.
retro thing to, like, put a tape out or
Yeah.
whatever? Like,
That's even harder to play than a
I want it
CD.
to accidentally get caught and be destroyed right away. But what they all had, and this is off topic, but they all had
Have we had a
old
topic?
retro Playboys at every single one of these booths. I swear, like, if you walk into this place and you have them say, do you guys have any old Playboys? They would be like, you came to the right place because we've got a stack of old Playboys in every single one of these booths. And something that Shelby and I do is, we have like old newspapers from like 1940 and just sort of old like retro things that we think are kind of cool to flip through and see what they were like. It's just like, we should get some of these old Playboys. And I was like, ew, no. You want to know why? Because when somebody was getting these originally, they were getting them for a specific purpose.
The articles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the interest piece. That's what they wanted. It's all about the articles. No, they wanted to take these Playboys, and they would want to be alone with them.
No.
So I said to Shelby, I was like, Shelby, we don't want to take these now because someone has been alone with them, if you know what I'm trying to say. Someone was whacking it, Ben.
Yeah, but it's all dried off.
I'm sure it's all... you can't even open any of these Playboys. They're all stuck together. That's why you have to buy a stack of 10 because they come as one. It's like nachos, like if you pick up a nacho and they all come with it, it's one nacho. Playboy from 1950s, you're getting 10 because they're all stuck together. All right. Maybe that was a bad idea.
Actually, my friend did give me a Playboy from the month that I was born for a birthday present.
When was this?
1980, September.
No, I know when you were... when did you get the Playboy? Was it retro? So they gave you a 1980
Yeah, like
Playboy.
like
okay.
last year.
Gotcha. I get it.
Recently.
Who
It's
was
a
in
great present, I think. Nobody. The thing that I do remember
Barbara Bush.
There's some other bushes in there.
There's a few bushes in there. Oh! Oh no. Okay. Well, on that note, I think that's the end of the episode because your model is about to show up. We're going to shoot some step-by-steps today, and Ben's model could already be here. We'll have to find out. But it's a family show. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Bye.